Hey, what's up, David? This is going to be a quick demo video for you for your Laredo Sabers Clan Saber Series 1 installed with the brass mix chassis that I came up with for it that you saw. Actually, I did the other week for someone else, and of course I showed you the design before I ordered it. Alright, so let's go over my desk and take a look at this guy. Hey, good morning, David. We are going to go over your Laredo Sabers Clan Saber Series 1. It is installed with a Proffie V3 and it has the brass mix chassis that I designed for it. Alright, it is a 2-button setup. Your 2 switches being these 2 windows right here. So power up front and auxiliary in the back. These 2 greeblies right here, they were originally screwed in and they went into the idea of the handle. I chopped those down, screwed them back in pretty tight so they don't interfere with the chassis and you don't have to move these anymore. Alright, your blade retention screw is located right underneath this hole. Now sometimes you could have this will slide back and forth, and so you'll just have to like spin it around and line it up and find your grub screw, which is in there. For the sake of the demo, I'm not going to use this today. I am just going to take a 7/8 inch blade and hold it in here. So you'll need a 7/8 inch blade, but lock it down. All right. To get to your chassis, what you want to do is unscrew your handle. This one is a bit unique. This particular saber is a bit unique to the last one that I did. And we're going to go over that mostly in inserting the chassis. But when you take the pommel off, you'll see your speaker. Take your finger and gently press. Try not to press on the pins, but just gently press the chassis back, and then you can pull it all the way out. All right. And this is what we've come up with. So I used the switch PCB that I ordered from Laredo Sabers. It's got the 2 LED accents on it, Neopixel accents, with 1 data line. So you'll notice on the config that I included on the SD card, these are broken into 2 sub-blades so that you can have them each doing something different. All right, this particular one you've got, this looks like a stock V3. Your Proffie board here, it is glued into the chassis so it doesn't pop out, but as always, you can get to your SD card and your micro USB from right here. There's enough room for a 90-degree data cable. On the side of the board, you've got your kill switch. This is your brass crystal chamber. With your crystal, it has its own Neopixel accent. All right. Coming back over here, you've got a removable 18350 battery. I'm going to pop this out real quick. There's your battery compartment. 18350. I will include this with your Saber. I know it's a bit of a unique battery, so we'll just pop it back in there, nice and tight. You've got a 10 pixel accent strip under here. You've got another 10 pixel accent strip under here. Now these 2 strips are wired together, so you'll have, your blade is the first blade style. Your second blade style is this front LED. Your third blade style is this back LED. Your fourth blade style is your crystal, and your fifth and final blade style are these 2 strips right here, but that each blade style is labeled in your config. And then lastly, you're running a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. All right, so just come over here and flip the switch. Got your crystal pulsing. We've got these doing a little something different. Turn the light off here for you. You can turn the Saber on outside, or the chassis on outside the Saber. As you can see, these are doing something different as well. So if I come over here, these ramp up a little bit, and then your crystal goes solid. All right, with twist off. Now you'll notice on this pommel area, it's not perfectly round. All right, you've got like a bump out right here, and you've got a bump out right here. And if you look inside of this handle, that's because you've got that piece right there and that piece right there. So the bump outs are for the 2 sides that are a little bit larger in diameter than the up and down pieces. All right, but what I noticed on this Saber, which is different from the one I did last week, is that when this handle is all the way screwed down tight, these bump outs don't quite line up with the control box like the last Saber I did where I modeled this chassis for. So to alleviate that when putting the chassis in, you want to take the handle and just loosen it up a little bit. All right. You can see this flat piece on your chassis, because if you look in there, you can see about like right here, little ledge inside of there. So that ledge is meant to slide over that. All right, so line up your switch PCB the best you can with your 2 switches here. And then when you get to about right here, you're going to want to take that pommel, or the handle rather, open it up just a little bit so that you can match these bump outs in the chassis with the handle bump outs. Don't push on your speaker drum. I like to just push on the sides. Push it all the way in. Once it's all the way in, you can take this handle and you can tighten it up. And then we'll take our pommel and we'll put it on. All right, now everything's locked down nice and tight. You can see you got your animations in your switches, power. Auxiliary back here. All right, we put a 7/8 inch blade in. Like I said, I'm just going to hold it for now, but you'll want to lock it down. Hit power. So it lights up the blade very well. Soundtrack. Remember, long press to turn it off, or long press to turn it on, long press to turn it off. All right, and it just has the one on here for now, but you'd hit auxiliary to go the next.
Apologize.
All right, now we'll take the pommel off. Remember, again, come in here very gently. Try not to push on the pins. It's not hard to come over here and push your chassis back. We'll turn it on from here. And then we'll flip it off with the kill switch right here. And it kills power like it should. All right. And I will put this back into the Saber for safekeeping. I've got several of your Sabers on deck today. Or not today, rather, but this week. So I will get with you to see if you want me to send this separately, or if you would like for me to just send it all together in one package. I'm good either way. It's whatever you want to do. All right, but that is basically your clan Saber. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll get this out to you when you ask me to. Thanks.